Hello everybody. Today we're going to take apart a common part on an AR-15, the BCG, the bolt carrier group. This is a very important part on the AR-15 that needs to be cleaned and maintained. Most people don't know that this needs to be taken apart. They just see it as one piece and they don't realize that it needs to be taken apart in order to be cleaned out. And today we're going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Okay, very important. So basically what we want to do first is we want to take out this cotter pin right here, right? And the way that I do that is I use the tip of a bullet, of a 223, or you can use a screwdriver, pretty much anything that can push this part through here, unless yours comes out fairly easy already from the other side. Some of them you can just pull from this side and they'll come right out. Mine does not do that, so mine requires a little bit more of manhandling to get it fully out. And there's that part, cotter pin. Don't lose it. Once the cotter pin is out, you want to remove your firing pin, which is this little bad boy right here. That's your firing pin. And the way you do that is you can either hold it upside down like this and tap it and it'll pop right out. Mine is fairly dirty, needs to be cleaned up. And the next step is to remove the cam pin, which is this guy right here. Basically rotate this and push it all the way back, and then rotate the square platform here, the cotter pin. You want to rotate that until it's in this position, and then it should come right out. Okay, once that's out, this pops right out here. Okay, so then you have all of these pieces here. Like you see it here. This is pretty much as far as you can disassemble it. And this part here you do not want to mess with. As a matter of fact, these should be staked down. As you can see, mine are staked down. These do need to be staked down so that they don't come loose on you, because if they come loose on you, they will cause you all sorts of problems. So that aside, this needs to be cleaned out. Basically, you're going to want to run a bore cleaner through it. I'm not going to do that right now on camera, but I will clean this out really well. As you can see, it's got a lot of grit inside here. So I will make sure that I clean that out before I put it back into the rifle. So here we have this piece. I'm just going to give this a cursory cleaning right now, just so I can handle these without getting my fingers all blackened up. This is one part here that tends to accumulate a lot of crud, a lot of burnt powder that comes through, and it tends to come on here, build up. It builds up on here, on this area here, and sometimes on this area here, though this is not as common. But on this side here, right here, you'll get buildup of crusted up powder that accumulates over time, and if you don't clean that off, it's just going to cause problems for you. So I recommend taking this apart and giving that a good cleaning, something like that. All right, now this can be taken down further from here if you wanted to. What you can do is you can use your firing pin, put pressure on this part of this bit right here, right? So you want to press this down, and then you want to push this through. Okay, you'll see that this starts to come out on this side, right? And then you can just grab it with your finger and pull it all the way through, just like that. And then this comes right off, just like that. And then you can further clean this. You know, you can run bore cleaner through there and clean this out. Okay. The way to put this back together is simply to put this back in place. Press down on it to open up the hole. Basically, if you're not pressing it down, that hole is partially blocked. Okay, and then you want to reinsert the pin just like you took it out. There we go. Just like that. Give it just a little bit of a shove through to center it, like so, and that's it. That's back together just the way it's supposed to be. Okay, set that aside. Let's see. If you want to put this back together, put this back in. Now, I usually run bore cleaner through everything, and I clean everything out. I don't put a lot of oil. I mean, I do put a touch of oil in here. Don't get me wrong, but I don't grease this up. I don't oil this up. It's meant to run dry, so it's not meant to have a ton of oil through it and all that. So don't bog it down with oil and think that it's going to function better on you. It isn't. It's probably going to give you more problems than it's worth if you oil it up too much. Anyway, the way to put this back together is you want to put this through. There is a method to this. Let me see. I believe this goes in this way. Make a note of the hole here, right? It's got a hole on both sides of it. However, the pin here only goes down one of them. Now, I'm going to put it in incorrectly just so I can show you guys this is it. So this would be, you'll notice that this is a smaller hole than this is. I don't know if you can tell that on camera, but this hole here is smaller than this hole here, right? So the correct way is to put the bigger hole on top. Okay. However, if you do happen to put it in the other way, like that, you're going to note that your cam pin does not want to drop in there. It won't fit, right? It won't want to drop in. No matter what you do, it's not going to want to drop in. So what you want to do is you want to rotate this 180 degrees until the other hole pokes up. And then you want to put your cam pin in, and it should drop right in there, right? Then you want to rotate it, just like that, 90 degrees. Then you want to put your firing pin back in, and you can just drop that in there, just like that. And then put your cotter pin back in. The cotter pin can only go one way. It's got a larger opening here than it does here. Okay, so anyway, I won't keep you guys here watching me trying to struggle with this cotter pin, but anyway, this cotter pin has to go in flush until you see it poking out the other side.